Hello, survivors of the apocalypse and veterans of AtomRPG. Welcome back to Trudograd. We are at the police station and we've talked with a number of people, some of them frustrated and sad, as you could imagine, of people working for the government. Let's continue. We talked to this guy, Captain Gurtsov, and now it's this guy's turn. He's just throwing his cigarette butts on the floor as it appears. So there, the young policeman is writing something on a grimy piece of paper. On closer inspection, we see he's doodling pictures of faces, lewd acts and abstract forms. When he notices us watching him, he turns the paper over and suspiciously asks, "Hey, what's with the peeping, citizen? I'm finishing an important report over here." "Is that so?" "Well, yeah, we can tell. Well, people get shot on sight for most crimes, by the way. What are you reporting?" "I'm double-checking all the paperwork in this station. Not gonna lie, it's a punishment detail. I was too reckless during my last mission, or so they say." "Aha, interesting. What was the mission? And what level of reckless are we talking about here?" I hope we can actually ask both. "I had to infiltrate the Tyapkin gang. These buggers were smuggling explosives into the city. A small-time operation, but very professional, and the higher-ups hated it. I was supposed to sign up with them and get as much intel as I could. Where they get their stuff, how they smuggle it, who their suppliers are, etc. But as it turns out, I'm a shitty actor. First time I met with Vsevolod Tyapkin, he started asking all these weird questions about my previous gigs, my mom, my sexuality, some gang initiation bullshit. Needless to say, they busted me on the first question, and what was expected to be a 2 months long undercover operation became a 2-minute shootout. Oh well. So I guess they're all dead now that you are sitting here. So, what was the part where you were reckless?" "I shot everyone in the gang I was supposed to infiltrate. Leader Tyapkin, his bookie Merculis, his right-hand man Michan, the cart, basically everyone acquainted with the inner workings of the operation. The machine gun I wrestled out of Tyapkin's hands was jammed somehow. I couldn't release the trigger." Well, I mean, I feel that's quite impressive also, you know, our ears are still ringing from our own machine gun there, you know. "Burned through 500 rounds before it finally stopped. When I returned to the station, my superiors weren't impressed. Too bad. I'd always hoped to roleplay a bandit." Well, maybe next time then. "Who's the boss around here?" "Commander Shapkevich. He sends us on missions, passes our jobs to newbies, and brings the gifts of salary and corporal punishment." Well, that's even, there's some poesy there. Well, where can I find that guy? The man jerks a thumb over his shoulder at the door. "Inside that office." "Ah yeah, so this one here." "Thanks, I'd like to speak to him about employment. Can I go in?" I get it, but why are you talking to me? Let me show you how it's done." The cop turns to a senior colleague at the typewriter-equipped desk, points at us and says, "Captain, we have a civilian here looking for work. What are we gonna do about it?" "Huh? Let him in, what do I care?" Heard the man. "Get inside." "Merci beaucoup." We nod. I wanted to ask him some questions too. Well, that was actually pretty impressive with this guy, and also quite a funny story. So, aha, he's got his ashtray there, but all the cigarettes are lying on the floor. Like how is that happening, I wonder? But well, is that actually? Yeah, I think so. It could also be some soup. I'm not entirely certain. There. "Hey, you wanna chat or something? I can relate." "Yeah, can I ask you a few questions?" I guess there's no harm in talking to you. What did you want to know?" "Well, your name maybe. How do I address you? Like, I mean, someone who's shooting a full machine gun and, you know, we should know your name." "Lieutenant Razin is the name." "Well, not really. I mean, my parents didn't name me Lieutenant, but since I'm at work and all, you can call me that." Well, you do have some humor there, I think. "My child needs no lectures on the meaning of nicknames. Why? His own father is called Hexogen. This is a fine scientific word, but not my real name, alas. It is more of a cause, a title, a way of life." "Yeah, Hexogen. Isn't Hexogen a kind of explosive?" You gonna bomb the post office or something, old man? Well, well, well. Looks like we got ourselves a terrorist. Oh God, how did he know? Unmasked, uncovered, found out by some milk-swilling fool in a potato sack of a uniform. Ahem! I meant to say, young man, that I would never attempt such a thing. I'll drop that dangerous old nickname right now. I swear on my child's grave. Exogen! Come on! Come on, old man. I was only joking. Terrorists and bombers aren't even my jurisdiction. Aha, is that so? Well, and what can you tell me about the precinct? This is South Trudograd Police HQ. Gotta be honest, the other precincts are way better, but on the bright side, working in this one has the highest risk to reward ratio. Aha. Aha, interesting. Well, and what do you know about Trudograd, all in all? Trudograd is never boring, unless someone makes you sit at a table all day sifting through records. There are always shootouts, robberies and murders going on. A gang here, an illegal black market there, prostitutes just begging for fine everywhere. But the best thing is the gratitude of simple, hardworking folks. I've never received any myself, but some guys told me about it. You think they could have been lying? Maybe, but I want to believe. Yeah, well, I mean, we received some gratitude already, I think. But well, care to share a few rumors with us? Listen to this little gem. One time we caught a kid trying to steal some sausage from the North End market. He was dressed in green woodland camo when he committed the crime in an urban market during winter. The idiot thought he was invisible in that ghillie suit. Oh, well. I mean, actually most, most criminals are maybe not so smart. That's why, their risk assessment fails in the first place. Yeah. Because most people who are really smart, they don't commit crimes, actually. I feel, and I heard. Yeah, I heard. Not sure if it's true. But okay, so. Well, then we are talking to your boss, I think. The young policeman clicks his tongue and nods. Yeah, gotta go. Alright, well. There. Hello there, good sir. He's got some honorable stuff there. Oh, and he's got, he can make music here, and he's also got this weird owl. No, it's a head there. Is it a head? Yeah, it's a head. Okay, well, hello there. The commander is a broad-shouldered, mustached fellow in his 50s. His build suggests he was once an athlete, though it's gone a bit lumpy from sitting behind a desk. He's looking directly at us. Who are you? What do you want to confess? Yeah, you're right. I am guilty of wanting to join the force. Yeah, you know the usual. Theft, murder. Yeah, let's say that. That's funny. Hilarious. You're a funny guy. Too bad our statistics are so good in this district, or you'd be very useful to us. I apologize. Yeah, actually I'm here to ask for a job. That's nice, but why exactly do you want to work for us? Well, I'll be straight with you. I need a pass to get to the upper city. I've heard working for you is the best way to get one. Yeah. I see, it's pure self-interest. The pass is one of the more common reasons people want to work for us. I'm not going to judge you. We are in need of new faces, but you're not getting any kind of job here, not even as a freelancer, without a thorough background check. Commander leans back in his chair and suddenly a sneaky grin sneaks onto his face. Let me give you a hypothetical. Night, street, lamp, chemist. There's a fresh body lying on in a pool of blood and a scumbag standing beside it, holding a smoking gun. Who's the scumbag? Night, street, lamp, chemist. Like, how do we know who's the chemist? Is the chemist the fresh body or the person, the scumbag? But I would think a chemist, so the scumbag is actually, so the chemist was a drug dealer or something, or a producer, and this chemist was cooking up something and selling this to the scumbag. So the scumbag is a drug addict or something. And now to the possibilities here. Certainly not me, I had nothing to do with it. What? I don't understand. Well, he's the killer by the sounds of it. Well, shrug. It could be anyone. He's me, and you are the corpse lying in the puddle of blood. Yeah, well, he's the killer. Well, I mean, holding a smoking gun. Yeah. That's rather obvious, so the gun must have been shot within the last few seconds or so. And unless someone else fired it and then put the gun into the hands of the so-called scumbag, we can assume that the scumbag is the murderer. So, he's the killer by the sounds of it. Correct, but anyone could have answered that question. Here's another scenario. Night, street, dead body scumbag with a gun, but the scumbag is wearing a badge. Who is he now? Well, a man of justice. He took down a dangerous criminal. Yes, of course. He's still a killer who happens to have a badge. I don't believe in easy solutions. There are a lot of possibilities with a scene like that, yeah. That is the right answer here. Wise words, new guy. And don't you ever forget them. In this city, nothing is what it seems. But if we do our best to keep order, sooner or later, Project Trudograd will be a success. Are you ready to hear what cold cases and pointless tasks I'm planning for you? Well, we're especially interested in the pointless ones, right? And the cold cases, let's warm them up a bit. Well, you know how to spark a person's interest, Captain. We are all ears. Oh, cold case. I was hoping for a cozy desk job. No, we are action heroes. Shit. Shite, now I'm not so sure about my decision. Here, Captain. We are all ears. Alright, let's cut to the chase. Here's the deal. There's a drink gaining popularity among the citizens, and it's called Barinka. The problem is that people are going blind in bulk from drinking it. Oh. So, illegally brewed moonshine or something, huh? Your mission, in turn, is to talk to one of my dumbass employees who was poisoned by that shite. It's worth mentioning this happened in the course of an investigation he was conducting. That man is currently on permanent duty at the reception desk. Find out where he got the Barinka and take care of the manufacturer. And for the love of God, be careful not to go blind yourself. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. And we are writing down the details of our mission. Alright, next. The Northerners have filed a collective complaint about their compatriots going missing in the city. These savages are always coming and going like Johns at a whorehouse, but it seems that some of them have vanished into thin air. This is a hopeless case, of course, but we have to at least pretend to care about what they want. A few of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of that hotel in the suburbs. Talk to the owner, see if he knows something. Come to me as soon as you discover anything, or use your walkie-talkie to contact headquarters. Write down the frequency. Yeah, let's write down the frequency used by the precinct. I didn't know that we had actually a walkie-talkie. Anything else? The next mission is a bit more interesting. A gang of mercenaries calling themselves Steel Shield has settled near Mikaelich's tavern. You need to show them that working for the government is the only decent way to make a living in Trudograd. Do you understand? Or failing that, at least make sure they remain neutral and don't join the rebels. That's the second best solution. Okay, persuade them to cooperate with the authorities. Okay, got it, Chief. Great. You made it through the combat mission of writing your objective in a notebook. Now get the hell out. Come back when you have something to report. Just a second. I have a couple of questions first. How about no? Never mind, I'll get over it. All you new guys, you are like children. I didn't mean the bright kind. Well, could you tell us about the city's police force? That leaves us baffled, huh? Can you tell us about the city's police force? It exists, it's efficient, and it's almost entirely paid for by the Trudograd government. So as not to financially burden the citizens. It's a perfect business. And so what's your job? I'm the chief of police of South Trudograd, the most populous part of the city. That is, assuming you disregard 7th Heaven, but that's like a city on its own. And what can you tell us about Trudograd? The service we provide is both dangerous and difficult and invisible at first glance, even at second glance for that matter. Actually, you couldn't even spot it with a magnifying glass, but you know, Trudograd is worth it. I'm filled with joy every time we send another gangbanger to the other side. Well, he's certainly a tough guy, huh? So, well, did you hear any interesting rumors, Commander? I know a thing or two about hunger, but to eat Trudograd's famous cats, that, as far as I'm concerned, is a crime, not a desperate cry for help. If I ever see a homeless man eating a cat again, I'll shoot him on the spot. So you're a cat person, huh? Can we change the subject? I'm listening. Well, looks like we have covered everything for now. We get back to work. We salute and leave. There. Not sure if the salute is actually necessary, but yeah. I guess, like... Yeah. We're not even trying that right now. Can we actually, like... By the way, how far away is our next level? 9,000. Okay, so actually... we could actually wear something else here, huh? How about... Where is it? Why don't I see it? I should open my eyes so I can see, but I don't see our stealth cap. Ah, there. That's the reason. Yeah, it's so stealthy, I can't even see it in the inventory there. So here, and then, well, we could look in here. Like, we have one of these now, right? Don't try to steal anything. Oh, sorry. Okay, then. Well, so we are supposed to talk, or is it like this here? Is this our desk now? Oh. Don't try to steal anything. Oh, sorry. Oh, sort of shotgun. Yeah, okay. Oh. 7.62. Ah, yeah. Okay, so... I wonder if these security cameras are working. I mean, the red button looks red. But, yeah... So, that's that Lieutenant Bayramov. The police officer sitting behind the desk squints at us and sighs. Ah, that's why he's blind. Hey, another familiar silhouette. What's this about? Yeah, he's blind because of the stuff he drank, huh? Shapkevich sent me. I'm here to investigate your blindness. The policeman attempts to express his fury by slamming his fist on the table, but miscalculates and only grazes the corner with his knuckles. Oh, that should be painful. What blindness exactly? I may be visually impaired, but only slightly. What does the commander want with me now? Well, stop trying to fool me. I know you lost your eyesight drinking barinka. Don't try to sweet-talk me. Tell me where you got the barinka. You're blind as a bat. Tell me what was the occasion for drinking that poison. Yeah. Stop trying to fool me. Come on, let's be civil here. The guilty policeman is a little hesitant at first, but eventually he breaks. Looks like he's ready to give us the nitty-gritty on his last investigation. Ah, whatever. Everyone knows anyway. No point denying it now. Yes, that's true. And to think it could have been much worse for someone else. Imagine if it had been an elderly person or a single mother. Fuck it, what do you want to know? I will help you solve the case. Do you have any evidence from when you worked on the case? Nah, the label fell off the bottle before I got to the party. It was nothing but a piece of tape with the word Barinka written on it. It wasn't an ordinary glass bottle like you'd find anywhere. Tightly sealed with a wooden splint and a bandage. And that's it. Okay, well, but that's actually a pretty specific loadout in a way. Sealed with a wooden splint and a bandage. I wanna, like... So I guess they stuffed the bandage in and then tightened it by pressing a splint in there, huh? Or what? Tell me where you got that Barinka. I confiscated it from a homeless guy in the scrap quarter. I thought it was plain old hooch. There used to be another beverage with a similar color and smell called medicinal alcohol. Fuck knows why. Renaming it Barinka was an attempt at rebranding, I suppose. Oh, and they must have switched the ingredients too, bastards. And why did you decide to drink it? By the way, yeah, bandages, adhesive plaster, medicinal alcohol. This moonshine has a medicinal aftertaste, huh? But why did you decide to drink it? We had a celebration because my buddies finally caught Gorilla Monkane and his gang. It was a BYOB kind of thing, and the bottle I happened to have just then was the Barinka. Decided to try a little tipple before the party and woke up in a jail cell a couple days later with a hangover and this modest visual impairment. So what exactly did Barinka do to you? So it impaired your vision. And what else? Knocked out a couple of diopters off my prescription. I got off easy. Some people go totally blind after drinking it. Me? Well, my vision twice as bad as before, and it wasn't great to begin with, even before the Barinka incident. I'm just glad I didn't completely lose my eyesight. Yeah, so... Deduction. Bandages, adhesive plaster, medicinal alcohol. This moonshine has a medicinal aftertaste, don't you think? The guard pensively strokes his stubble. Yeah, you're right. A doctor or perhaps a pharmacist would have such items on hand as well as the means to buy chemicals. They would also know how to make moonshine, or at least something similar. Perhaps you should ask the pharmacist in the scrap quarter. That's where I found that bottle. That's not a bad idea. I'm suspicious of doctors. In the old days, those natural-born sadists and deviants were restrained by the oath of the Soviet doctor. Now their only limits are their own morbid imaginations. Yeah, well spoken. I wouldn't go that far. Doctors have a very useful purpose, but there are scumbags in every profession. Am I right? Yeah, you are very diplomatic there. So perhaps you're right. Know any doctors or pharmacists there? One is Monica's Bug, the pharmacist. Or could it be that we already talked to that guy? I think so, huh? I see. Well, I don't have any other questions. And that's actually a good lead, yeah. Bye. Alright. So, and then, well, those are them. These guys. Well, how about we go there? Can we actually... Oh, this is blocked. Yeah, we need to use the bathroom, or we pretend. And then let's have a look here. What's that? Oh, a medkit. Yeah, nice. Hex, by the way, how are you doing? 90 of 196. Okay, we need to eat something. We've got some soap here. No one. And the toilet paper on the ground. That's... When everything is blackish, it's surely smelling very badly. Oh, it's locked. Well then, we could actually go in from behind. But how about we use our lockpicking skills here? Can we do that? Yeah. Okay, nice. Hex, are you coming? Let's close the door. So what's this? Some rubles on the workbench. And what's that? Optical module. This combined optical module sports some additional armor. Tinkering. Adds new armor ability, night vision. And a compact cassette. But, use? No. Well, some wires in there. Well, I guess, like, they don't need the wires. And what's this here? Nice pants. I guess they ran out of money before they could buy the whole suit. Well, can't do anything. That's very sad. And by the way, I guess we've been seen. Come on, Hex. Come. No! I wanted to close the door. We want to be polite. There. Come on. So, let's get out of here. So, well, that was certainly interesting. Well, in this old rusty but armed, heavily armed truck. That's actually not bad, that whole design. So like also the infantry that's been transported back here, they have some options here. They can shoot through these little holes. That's actually not so bad. Some good steel there. And the machine gun. For anti-air defense. Or infantry support or something. Well, okay, so we can also look at the other level, like this one here. Let's try that. What is the second tier here? What is that? What is that? I wonder. The second tier. Well, let's look at that. What is that? By the way, what time is it? I mean, that couldn't be too far away, right? What time is it? 15:39. Okay. Yeah. We are on the roof here. We can see that this is roof material. House for sale, wealthy. Going there. And I'm glad the game didn't crash yet. Hello there. A mustachioid fellow in a greasy coat is walking around the roof shivering with the cold. When he sees us, he wipes his nose on his sleeve and declares in a mock cheerful voice, "Oh, I see a rich man, a man who'd love to have a home of his own in the heart of the city." Well, aren't you cold standing out here? It's not summertime. No, it's not cold at all. Well, suit yourself. Yeah, so what were you saying about the house? For only 2,000 rubles, I offer a one-story house in the center of Trudograd on the banks of a former park pond. The price includes house, garage, outbuildings, a fence and much more. Well, just 2,000? Whose house is it? Don't tell me it's yours. Only 2,000? Yeah, pretty cheap for a private house. Cheap? Most people in the city can only dream of such debt-blamed sums. Oh, seriously? Right, but still, a private house is worth much more, especially in Trudograd. Quit criticizing my price. If you really think it's so low, that's a great reason to buy. Don't look a gift mimic in the mandibles, as they say. Yeah, you know, indeed, this smells a lot like a pig in a poke. Let's talk about half that price. And... is it really yours? But, oh, 1,000? I can't go that low. Oh. Is the estate really yours? I used to work there as a property manager, but when the former owner decided to take off for the south, he sold it to me for a crazy low price with all the land too. I even have the document to prove it. He claps his pocket somewhere. Yeah. Nah, without proof of ownership, the highest I can go is 1,000. Failure. Don't be greedy, 1,000 is a pittance for an entire house with land. I still need to think it over. Let's talk about something else. Okay then. On the other hand, I'm still interested in your proposal. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to check that we can barter. No, I need to... Well, I'm selling a private residence suitable for a wealthy bachelor. Don't hesitate on a deal like this. Only 2,000 rubles. I need to think it over. Shall we change the subject? Oh. Let me ask you a few questions. Yeah, I feel it's a bit dubious here. Or maybe let's see. Blows on his freezing fingers. To talk later? Well, at least tell me your name. Homza. And if you buy the house, you can call me Homza, the estate manager, he winks. Your very own estate manager has a nice ring to it, no? Well, more or less. Anyway, then. See you, Homza. Yeah, I'm a bit suspicious there. Because we remember a certain car merchant, right? Ah yeah, brick. We do remember a car merchant from AtomRPG. Went there. Oh, he looks dodgy. I have a dodgy feeling. Although on the other hand, like he's standing in front of a bookshop. Oh, a bookshop. We have 2,100 rubles. Don't stroll on by. Don't walk away. I've got a genuine relic for sale. Ah, yeah? Well, I mean, he looks half trustworthy. The street merchant. Seeing that he has aroused our curiosity, the grey-haired street vendor approaches and unceremoniously, rests a large pink hand on our shoulder. Pink because he's so cold, or? Well, don't ignore the chance of a lifetime. Look at what I have for sale. A rare thing indeed. A relic of the distant, mystical past. Hey! Take your stinking paws off me, bro. I'll break them like a handful of twigs. The man withdraws his hand as if he touched a hot stove instead of someone's shoulder. When he's able to get a grip on his fear, he manages to smile and produces a pencil-sized item wrapped in fabric. I meant no offense, friend. I'm not a local, you see. Your customs are very different from mine. But instead of getting angry, why don't you take a gander at this marvel? Behold, a real honest-to-marks artifact. Well, let's have a look. What is this thing anyhow? The merchant peels away the fabric to reveal an ornate bone flute. It is decorated with pearls and gold inlay. Its surface gilded with images of both real and fantastical sea creatures. Oh. Well, we do remember a certain lady in the metro, in the Dead City, right? Who was buying rare artifacts. Beautiful, ain't she? An authentic relic of the past. I'll have you know. Yeah, I mean, that looks something I'd be willing to buy, actually. It's cool, but useless. You selling anything else? If you like the thing so much, why sell it? Does this flute have any history behind it? Maybe then I could understand why I'd want it in the first place. Yeah. Does this flute have any history behind it? Maybe then I could understand why I'd want it in the first place. I'm glad you asked, but rather than reply with everyday words, I'm going to sing its history. Then you'll get to hear how it sounds too. Hold on a sec. Inspired by our question, the merchant raises the flute to his lips. The ancient instrument begins to charm us from the very first note. The melody brings to mind a calm, deep, all-encompassing sea. After playing this for a while, the man switches to a weird arrhythmic song. Who lives in a straw shack on the shores of Huang-Ha? Old man Chin Chin, who invited my caravan to trade at his shack. Old man Chin Chin. I came to his shack and inspected the goods of old man Chin Chin. Wanted to buy them and he wanted to sell old man Chin Chin. Well, I'm not impressed with that song. Yeah, but let's continue to listen. He sold me rice heads and chocolate treats and tools and ammo and propane and beads. Old man Chin Chin. Only one thing he never did sell. He hid it from me and he hid it well. This flute he hid oh so well, old man Chin Chin. Yeah, I'm not getting into that song actually. A cynic might say he stowed it away in order to pique my attention. But I believe that keeping the flute was the old man's sole intention. So I asked him about it and he spun me a yarn. Old man Chin Chin. How his relatives carved it from a tribe of fishermen. Old man Chin Chin. His family traded with mermaids for ages. Old man Chin Chin. This flute was a token of their mutual trust. Old man Chin Chin. Yeah, continue. We are still, I mean, we are very, we have a high endurance, right? And we are also very patient. And also you need to give culture and art a chance, right? The story intrigued me, so I offered to buy. This flute he possessed just had to be mine. After some tea and a game of Waiki, I made him an offer he could not disagree. And that's how I got the goddamn flute of old man Chin Chin. Holy shit, this song took ages, the end. Okay. Well, your story doesn't explain why I would need this flute. And what did you offer him to part with such an ancient family relic of mythical origin? The man steps closer and, cupping a hand over his mouth in case of prying lip readers, whispers his trade secret directly in our ear. I offered him 100 rubles. Today that would be like 20,000 at least. So you gonna buy this priceless gem or what? Yeah, well, hold on. Your story didn't explain why I need a flute, however old and mythical it is. I mean, I want it. I'm sure this is, you know, we can play it maybe at some point, or Hexogen or someone. Well, it looks valuable, right? Gold pearls, you could resell it to some sucker and make some extra cash, or just put it up on a shelf at your crib. Maybe use it to summon the spirits of the bottomless sea, just like old man Chin Chin's ancestors. The spirits of the bottomless sea, that also sounds like something. that might happen in the radioactive wastelands. But well, I don't know. How much do you want for it? The merchant gasps and chokes on his own saliva. He's waited for ages for someone to say these words and had almost lost all hope. Ahem, well, all I'm asking for the fruit is a piddly 1,000 rubles. The only reason for me to buy this thing is to help you out. I know it. And you know it, but 1,000 rubles is too steep a price for kindness. How about a discount? Well, of course you're right. I really need the money and I'm running out of time. Let's say 750 rubles deal. Okay, yeah, let's help him out. Give him the sum he asked for. The trader quickly pockets the money, then carefully passes us the exotic flute. We've never seen a person's face transform from warrior and care to utter relief so rapidly. This guy really needed our business. Oh boy, finally. I thought I'd be stuck here until those northern maniacs came a knocking. Thanks, brother. If your intellect is as developed as your taste in artifacts, you'll get out of Trudograd yourself, and soon. Wait a sec. Can you tell me more about the northern invasion? Sorry, but I have to run by. Hey, wait a second. Hey, you there. Thanks for helping me out. See you around, Space Cowboy. Hey, wait. Thanks for helping me out. See you around, Space Cowboy. Hey, wait. Can't you tell me exactly like what happened? And let's pickpocket. No. Hey! Thanks for helping me out, Space Cowboy. Oh well. Oh, what's that? A rooster? Aha. That sounds like a gang sign. So, we've got a bone flute now, an ancient thing. Carved from a solid bone, or a leg bone maybe, a human leg bone or something, engraved with gold and adorned with pearl. Doesn't work in combat. Oh! It even makes a sound, but we can't use it yet, I guess. Well... So now we are down to 1,392 rubles. We have a little bit more time for this episode, so let's talk to the guard here first. Hello there. Another mustachioid guard is awkwardly whistling some popular song, stopping every now and then to blow his nose. Oh. And when he sees us, he asks loudly, "Hey, why are you sneaking around here, bro?" Well, could you tell me about Trudograd, officer? Do you know about Grey Corner? Don't go there. Don't go to get to know the locals and don't do business with their hucksters. Look, just try to avoid that area as much as possible. Danger roams those streets, especially at night. Aha, I want to report a crime. What crime? I have everything under control here, Roger, and the other areas are outside my jurisdiction. Aha, okay. Well then, any gossip during the rounds these days? Low-tier scum is everywhere lately. Take Kapibarov's gang between Kolotushkin Street and the old inverter ruins. They are extorting money from delivery couriers almost daily. But who can do anything about it? Nobody, that's who. Okay, I guess we are going there anyway. And then we will find them. By the way, this looks like stalagmites. What's going on there? But well, got it. And what's new around here? Nothing new, as you put it, is happening here, and that's a good thing. Okay, if you say so, then we'll leave you alone. Okay, let's have a look into the bookshop. It might be... It could also be warmer there. Yeah, we're at 87. Oh, yeah. Okay, then. Can we go in here? Oh, yeah, he's got a radiator. Hey, Hexogen, you should be feeling very comfortable here, right? Come, Hexogen. Come on. Aha. Talk. Walk through. Switch weapon. Ah, well. Oh, and he's got the records as well. Oh, it's just a sofa there. That's the whole bookshop, huh? And nothing. Okay. Who's that? Old Soviet propaganda posters or something. Yeah, that's a commissar, isn't it? With the red star there. Well. Hello there, kind man. A pale and sickly-looking man strolls around the small bookstore, dusting and rearranging all manners of tomes and manuscripts on the crowded shelves. He squints in our direction. Oh, greetings. How can I help you? Oh, yes, enough with the pleasantries. Young man, may I ask how my books are selling? I like hot pierogi, Comrade Trudov. I sold the last of them a few days back. Turns back to us. So, were you looking for something specific? Well, actually, like, I'm in the mood for a good read. What have you got? I want to ask you all manner of questions on a variety of topics. And, well, nice library. Where do you get your wares from? Oh, you know, my trade is a delicate art, like building a house of cards. Some books I purchase from private collectors, some are from the local printing house. Others I gather in the strangest places, restore them here in my shop and then put on sale. So you are a stalker? A book stalker? That's interesting. By the way, I just learned something about the whole stalker thing. So that might indeed have been invented by, now that we are talking about books here, by the Russian book, and please correct me if I'm wrong about the nationality, but I think it's Russian, here, Roadside Picnic. That's the one Encased is based on. The other Let's Play that you can find on the channel. That's playing in the 70s, and there, you know, some alien or whatever, like it's a phenomenon, yeah, but several places on Earth have been visited and changed somewhat, and then there are people who are going there, take the risk of, well, the dangers that lurk there, that's, yeah, just to put it simply, and they are called stalkers. And that's the first time, apparently, in literature that such a concept was invented. And therefore, the whole Atom RPG and Trudograd games are therefore inspired by that, by this invention as well, right? But do correct me if I'm wrong, or if you know some more about that. And by the way, I really like the design here, like all the details here of this bookstore. That's really cool. So, well, so are there still active book collectors in the city? Of course. They are mostly old people, though, you know the type. Wise academics in their last days, pre-war professors, old-timers with huge private libraries and empty piggy banks. Most of what they own is from before the war. They never dreamed they would one day trade these works of art for a hot meal. Yeah, well, are there many printing houses in the city? There's a few, actually. Mostly they produce newspapers and utilitarian texts like recipe books, survival manuals, etc. Some of them print modern yellowbacks as well. They collaborate with authors who prefer to sell their works privately. In short, despite all the recent troubles, Trudograd's literature scene is still in bloom, just like the common Rafflesia Arnoldi. Well, that could give us some hope, right? Because books have to be considered holy. Well, and what are some of the weird places you get your books from? All sorts of peculiar locales. Dumps always yield a few good books if you are willing to dig long enough. I don't pretend to know what sort of monster would discard fine literature, but that's how it goes. Well, yeah, I mean, okay. I guess once you're not that hungry anymore, then your attention also shifts to books. Or can shift to books, yeah, but well. Then there was the time one of the city libraries was transformed into a blow-up doll factory. They were in such a hurry to finish the construction workers bulldozed the whole inventory into a landfill. Several literary masterpieces found a new home in my store that day. Well, lucky you, huh? And lucky population here for these blow-up dolls. But let's see, what do you have, by the way? Aha. Old diary, partially preserved. From the NEP era, what could that be? Surprisingly time-resistant, bound in leather and brass plates. Aha! The Flames of Revolution #6. This old magazine can teach us a couple of pistols and SMG secrets. Oh, and the Flames of Revolution #7. Throwing weapons. #8. Gambling secrets. Oh. Thug life. First aid. I wouldn't have thought that Thug Life has much to do with the first aid, but I mean, if you can't go to the hospital, then that makes sense. Thug Life, #21, for automatic firearms. It's interesting that automatic firearms would be considered something less civil or whatever than Rivlin Stories 1, A Fateful Meeting. This book about the famous mutant hunter can teach us the basics of using melee weapons. Oh. And then A Nightmare on Lenin Street. Martial arts. Ah, yeah, okay, so... I mean, we have 1,392 rubles. And I feel that we could and should get the gambling rather sooner than later. First aid is probably not that important. So, and well, the martial arts. Gambling and the martial arts. So, well, can we change the subject? Ahem, I'm listening. Well, how about a literary quid pro quo friend? Ah, well, that's that. Okay, and can I ask you a few more questions? The bookseller falls into a loud, wretched coughing fit. It lasts just long enough to make it obvious this isn't a simple chest cold. We take a few steps away from him just in case. Oh no, the poor guy. But maybe it's just a dust allergy or something. Ahem, okay, I'll gladly answer your questions. So, what's your name, friend? Ripken, just Ripken, okay. Ripken the bookseller, actually, huh? You look kinda sick, buddy. The storekeeper is about to say something, but is interrupted by a coughing fit. When the disturbingly wet and nasty wheezing stops, he drags a hanky across his lips with a shaking hand. Oh no. You look down at the crumpled piece of cloth before he puts it back in his pocket. The small handkerchief is covered in bloody spots. Oh no. I have tuberculosis. Yes, I know, just like every second Dostoevsky character. Oh no. Wasn't everyone vaccinated against TB in the days of the USSR? Yup, but I must have gotten a placebo. As soon as the climate around here changed and the Badlands turned into swamps, I caught this disease. Oh no. Well, want to talk about something else now as a distraction? Yeah, tuberculosis literally, it's a death sentence, isn't it? Although no, I mean like modern medicine. I'm not sure though. But I think it can just be treated with penicillin or what. Or no? Or not? I don't know. But well. What can you tell me about this place? You wanna know about the store or these roofs in general? The store is built with my own 2 hands back when I still had my health. The rooftops are a local oddity. When the river began flooding every spring, people started building makeshift shelters on top of pre-war housing complexes. Not a month goes by without something collapsing or burning down. Those old flats weren't built to hold all that extra weight on the roofs, but in Trudograd, the higher you are, the better. It's a question of status as well as practicality. Aha, that's good to know, but we already thought so. Well, and what's the local gossip? People are talking about the advancing army of northern thugs, about pirates and smugglers who dropped anchor near the city. And of course there's discussion about the so-called authorities and their utter passivity, which will soon be their undoing. Okay. Well, that's all very interesting. Many thanks. And well, we'll certainly see each other again. And well, you've got a colleague in Krasnoznameni, you know. Abraham, ever heard of him? He's become very, very rich, a very rich man, thanks to us actually. Yeah, well, I think we need to get going. See you, bye-bye. They are saving the game, so let's see. No, here. Character. So, he's got martial arts. And of course we should get that rather sooner than later. Attacks aimed at body parts are much more deadlier now. Okay. And the... Oh yeah, we definitely need the gambling. Winnings increased by 30% at 50, and we've got 62. I mean, what I'm gonna do is to go to the guy where we need to find out his trick. And then I'm investing everything, and then we'll see. But I feel that we're actually doing pretty well here, point-wise. So we can actually do it like that. Yeah, so I'm only investing the skill points once we encounter a situation where we need them actually, which makes a difference. Yeah, because I guess we are actually good enough here. Experience for killing with the weapons governed by this skill increased by 15%. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's good. Extra experience. I like that. I like extra experience. Critical hits. Yeah, okay, and here, like martial arts, there's nothing that increases our experience there. Yeah, well. So, but let's get the gambling book. Let's get the gambling book. That would make the most sense, right? At this point. And maybe a barter book would also be good. We don't get a... Oh, gain 1 experience point for every 50 rubles of money gained by selling things at 299. Oh. By just one? What? 1 experience point for 50 rubles. 1 point, and we have 219,000, huh? But well, that doesn't make too much of a difference, I guess. But it might add up. Who knows how long the game is actually. So, we decided that we want to buy something. And that is the Gambling Secrets number 8, the Flames of Revolution. And by the way, is he in need of something special? Like how about something against the... Oh, is he paying... I think he's paying very badly. Or he's actually... Yeah, he's a pretty good barterer. Like Abraham. The good old Abraham. Yeah, oh my god. 27 for a sharp knife. That's less than half of what is the regular price is. And he's only... Yeah, he's not paying for anything. 7. I think there's nothing that he really wants. Well, I can't see anything. Yeah, this is usually 3,000. Wow. Well then, let's give him rubles. And I can't say it often enough. I love the feature that it automatically gives the right amount. So, I mean, arguably, it's bad for our brain training, but it's very, very convenient. So now we are down to 668. Let's hope that we don't need to, or that we don't have to do anything. And I took the ability, was it tinkering? That, yeah, here. No, this one, bookworm. Gain double the skills from books. Yeah. Beautiful. So, we can read it in the inventory, right? There. Use. Flame of the Revolution magazine, issue number 8. 1st of August, 1932. Memoirs of Vasily Kolotushkin on the Civil War and the Brigade Commander Vlad Turbin, Part 3. The summer of 1919 was a hot one for our brigade. General Dratsenko was advancing at speed from the south, and a bunch of Kolchak Cossacks were all set to join him from our other flank. Our forces were spread thinly between these two fronts and could barely fight them back. One day, Brigade Commander Vlad Ivanovich Turbin called me into his command tower. I came as soon as I was able and found him observing an abandoned village nearby and a small factory all but destroyed by artillery fire. He was lost in thought. "Look what happened to this land, Comrade Kolotushkin," he said. "Nothing but death and decay on every side. When this war is over, I shall go to Comrade Lenin and ask him to loan us a few engineers and construction workers. We will return here and make things right. See that factory over there? We will rebuild it. We will build new houses around it. We will plant new gardens and people will flock to this place again, place raised up by honest labor." "Nicely said, Comrade Turbin," I replied, much impressed. "But first we must win the war, yes? I mean, what peace can there be with white guards hiding beneath every bush?" "Very true, Vasily. This is actually why I called you here. There's a rumor that 50 kilometers from here, the former mansion of Count Artamonov, a gang of anarchists and bandits, is holding a few of the white guards captive. We should strike a deal with these ruffians and take these prisoners for ourselves. They are most certainly enemy officers and likely know a lot about General Wrangel's plans." I saluted and said, "Comrade Brigade Commander, do not worry, Vasily Kolotushkin will get you these white guardsmen and he'll interrogate them as well." After that I gathered 10 of my best soldiers and drove out to the Atamanov Manor before the sun could set. The Count's former estate was beautiful. Topiary gardens, fountains, flower beds and fruit trees ripe for harvest. In the midst of this bounty stood the mansion itself, and on its front porch sat the bandits feasting on cognac and waffles before their pale, tightly bound captives. The bandit chief met us with glee. He was dressed as a hussar in a beaver skin cap, sporting a Mauser as well as a saber, and adorned with stolen medals from the 1812 campaign. "Ah, my red comrades, greetings, greetings, I'm Yasha Diamond Eyes. Are you here to get lynched alongside your dear enemies from the White Guard?" he asked, golden teeth shining at me and my lads. "You must understand, I do not have that much rope or even... you must understand, I do not have that much rope or even enough sturdy trees on my new estate." Without saying a word, I pointed at my grenade belt, upon which the bandit's smile vanished and the man's attitude grew quiet and businesslike. Thus did negotiations begin. I offered Yasha a cart full of G's and even a box of pistol ammunition, yet he didn't budge. It was a good thing, then, that I noticed several dice on the living room table. After asking whether Yasha was a gambling man, I offered him a bet he could not resist. "If I win," I said, "you hand over the enemy officers for nothing. If he wins, I will deliver him a whole train of provisions and medicinal spirits." Yasha Diamond Eyes was gleeful again. He accepted my wager, very sure of himself, for before the war he'd spent his days in Astrakhan, where he conned many people with his dirty tricks while playing craps. Little did he know that I had prepared a trick of my own, just for him. We sat down to play. First thing I did was carefully observe the dice to see if they were filed on one side. Filed dice never land on the polished side, which can be used to great advantage. Once I was certain everything was fair, we started rolling the dice from a pair of drinking glasses. The game varied greatly. At first I was winning, then luck turned from me to bless my opponent. I quickly ascertained why this was happening. As Yasha periodically raised his arm to wipe sweat from his brow, he was actually producing a second set of dice from his sleeve. These dice were loaded. Their center of mass is not in the middle, and they always come to rest on the number 6. But I wasn't defenseless against such dirty tactics. I gave one of my soldiers a secret signal, and he hollered, "Oh, I bet 2 grenades, all my ammo and my Finnish knife on Kolotushkin." When everyone turned to shush him, I switched my glass with Yasha. I wonder where he got the Finnish knife, by the way. Yeah, thinking that it's 1932. When everyone turned to... Yeah, and if you don't know what I'm referring to, look at the Let's Play, or like the Let's Look, rather, of the prologue of Strategic Mind, Spirit of Liberty. When everyone turned to shush him, I switched my glass with Yasha's, stealing his loaded dice. After that, Lady Luck stayed by my side until the end. I bet the bandit chief handily and won not only his White Guard captives, but 3 machine guns, a box of grenades, a stuffed bear from the late Count's estate, and my favorite limeware platter. The white officers we interrogated back at HQ, they gave up a lot of very important information. For my role in this operation, I was granted vacation and a thank you letter from Comrade Lenin himself. Now that was a story to remember. And indeed, that is a pretty cool story. Pretty cool story. And what did we get? Oh, 50 points. Oh, and Hexogen got it as well. I mean, okay, I guess it's not irrelevant for him. Yeah, he had like, if he got 25, then... then he was really bad. Like, even worse than we are. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So now we get increased winnings by 30. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, nice. Very nice. That makes me happy. I always like to get extra points, extra skill points. That really makes me happy. So, can we close the door? Yeah, there. Okay, then. So, we will frequent this bookstore a lot. Not just because we are the cultural types, but you know. Oh, and there are... Yeah, oh. The leaves look pretty nice. All considering. Very nice. And that concludes today's episode. Many thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. Profoundly. And I'm very happy. And I hope you are too. And we're continuing the next episode. And if you like this one, please do remember to click the like button. You are heartily invited to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to never ever miss an episode again, and also to write in the comment section. Please share your thoughts. Let's discuss stuff. And yeah, I mean, if you have any thoughts about this literature, the literature topic, please share them. for the community. And let's remember that all Let's Plays that I'm doing, they're also meant as a walkthrough to help other players. Yeah, well, and I can only say I enjoy this tremendously. And well, we'll continue next time. Oh, and there's someone who looks indeed like a stalker with a big backpack, and he's got a metal hand there, or glove or something. Oh, maybe it's a fitting glove for a certain greaves that we found there, right? Metal legs. Let's see. Let's see. So, many thanks for watching, and we'll continue next time. See you then. Bye-bye.